started this 12 years ago, did you get an inkling when you wound up here at Game 7?
12 years ago?
12 days.
Oh, boy.
It's a lot of travel.
I was going to say, did you join our staff? Because it feels like 12 years when you're up for that many hours. But ask me the question again. I forgot it already.
You think you would get here ultimately when we started the series?
To Game 7? Well, we hoped we'd be done in 4, but on the winning side. And then we hoped we'd be done in 5 on the winning side. And then we hoped we'd be done in 6 on the winning side. We haven't done any of those, so we'll take 7.
What's the value, Todd? You have a lot of guys with 3, 4 Game 7s under their belt. What's the value of that experience and being able to handle them?
I think every Game 7 is different. It's unpredictable. You don't know what you're going to get. And, the fact that some of them have played in that situation, I think it's valuable. But I don't know if it always transfers over. For us, Game 1 was Game 7. Game 82 and 81 and Game 80 was Game 7 for us. We're scrambling to get in for the last 2 months. So we played multiple Game 7s. It just wasn't labeled Game 7, if you will. Maybe a bad way of putting it, but that's what we feel.
So you know for sure there's a ton of emotion in the building tonight, full house, Saturday night, all that stuff. What you don't know is how each team reacts to that emotion. As a head coach, do you want more emotion in your team or you want less emotion in your team?
I want us to be at the right level, and our group should have a pretty good idea of what that is. We played to it all year. If we go too high or take it too low, then you end up in trouble. And the building, the media, the fans, it's loud. It's not getting any louder. The media, you guys are done all your questions now. We're going to go play the game, so that doesn't have an impact on it. The best team will win tonight. The team that plays the best for one game is going to win the series, and we hope to be that team. If we repeat our performance of Game 6, obviously it won't be good enough. There's areas that we have to be better.
Your starts have been consistent, except for the last game. Was that you not executing, or was that them doing something?
They scored in the first 2 minutes of the game. Zach Cassian had a breakaway in game. Stoff, what game was it? Game 4. In the first few minutes of the game, he didn't score. One went in, one didn't go in. I'm not sure that the start was a big difference from what it was in the other games.
They threw McDavid out kind of the second shift there in the first 10 minutes of that period. I'm not sure how the matchup game, how much you chase it on the road, but if they're going to be having them out there that much, do you just rely on whoever's out there, or do you try and?
Yeah, if you're in, we have 2-3 lines that we think we can put on the ice against anybody. We've done it for 95, 96 games, 8 exhibition, 82, and now 7. Connor's a different player than most in the league, and he's very good. But if we think just Phil Deneau and Ansi Kopitar are going to be the two to stop him, we're dreaming. It has to be a group of 5, and whoever's on the ice has to handle it.
Todd, I know you guys are here. You're in it to win it, and you didn't want to talk about the experience of this. You had 9 guys that never played playoff hockey before. How invaluable has this been to them going forward, win or lose? Just being in those wars.
Yeah, and I appreciate the prelude to the question. I do. Experience is huge. I think in 17 we were here. I was on that other team, and that group was gaining experience as we went through the first round and then to Game 7. Our group right now in Los Angeles, number of players have it, and it's been a long time since they've had to use it in Game 7, and a number of players have gained it by being around. Now, not all those kids played every game, but osmosis is a really strong thing at this time of year. And being around the team, even if you're not involved in the game, is really important. Understanding the preparation, the intensity, feeling the emotion in the building. It's too bad we couldn't bring some of them in here that maybe aren't playing just to see what it's like in this environment, because they're not accustomed to that. But to this point, it's been valuable.
Is there a way they admitted in game one that the moment was pretty big and maybe they were a little too amped up. This is game 7 tonight. Is there a way to squeeze a team that might be feeling those types of nerves?
Well, yeah, you can go score and then score again and then score again. That would be squeezing, but you know, our work's cut out for us. We know that, and we'll be prepared to play. We'd like to put them in a situation where that does exist, but to sit here and say that's what we're going to do, that's not an easy task. But we're up to it, and we'll see what happens.